Yes, yes, yes. We are applauding hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Super MC. Applaud yourself for being here for tonight. You know what I'm saying? You know, we about to get live tonight. We about to get real live tonight. So anyway, I am John Pelham, representing Jersey. Stand up, Super MC. And I have my co-hosts with me this evening. Who do I have tonight?
Vic Virtuous, representing hip hop culture. Many boroughs, can't even claim one.
You're already starting with the long list of shout outs.
Yeah, you hear it coming, right? I had to
state, this town, and this borough, and this crew. That's how we do.
Absolutely.
And also, we are so happy and pleased to have with us again, back from France, our homegirl Sabrina. Oh man, she gets the bomb. Sabrina, how are you doing?
I'm really fine. Happy to be here with you all again.
It's about to be on. So for those that don't know, today's Super MC topic is hip hop from 1992. We call it the Infinity series. So this is 92 till infinity, you know? So we're going to get going. We ain't even going to delay. We're going to start with 92 music. Here we go. Boom, boom.
Bong, bong.
Bong, bong.
Here in 1992, we present the fabulous What's the Scenario remix. Whereas there are 7 MCs, 6 which are in physical form, 1 which is in spiritual essence, and he goes by the name of
Check the round, hope that answer get y'all effing. Shit, I like buckshots, hood, madman, I rip up stages, lay down your wages, I'm wild like Larry Davis. Extra, pick up a clip, I tear ass out the frame, and grab my dick. All my rappers, I can robot kid, I drop bombs, I'm rugged and deadly, so I shit on a petty. A baseball bat, a bastard, I'm bad news, I'm crazy and clever, cut those of crews. I'm deaf on a phono, my skills are pono. You say, oh no, you bitch asshole. A bag up weight, electrifying, I'm prime time, I slaughter slime. I'm the greatest of all time, sick ass brother, nasty ass nigga, pump slugs in your face, you jumping ass in the river, 2 tears in a bucket, fucking kick the can. Say what, I'm a bad man.
Quick is how I flip from the tip of the lip, punching out hits like Gladys Knight in the pips. The 5-foot assassin has just raided your area, your booty rounds are whack, and that's the reason I ain't hearing you. So, roll out the red carpet, cause I'm getting this. Vanilla Ice Platinum? That's just ridiculous. Excuse my French, but profanity is all I knew. And do you ever sell out or you ever you do and let it be known? I'm not the one to step to. You better off calling D Nice to your rescue. Freestyle fanatic, probably the best around. As for corny MCs like Chuck D, I shut them down. The article Don of hip hop, and I won't stop. The 5-foot assassin has come to wreck nut shop. So do like Michael Jackson and remember the time. Put on your dancing shoes or something, cause you sure can't rhyme.
Ooh. Any thoughts on that one right there?
Yeah. That was one of the when we speak of posse cuts, man, that had to be amongst the list. That posse cut, man, between Bus, Fife, oh man, and my man that they said rest in peace, I forgot his name. They all did their thing, but there was a few to me that really stuck out on that track.
Hood was his name.
Yeah, Hood. Yeah. Incredible posse cut, man.
And I mean, incredible remix of an incredible posse cut. I mean, come on, Scenario is an all-time classic.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come with this remix. Like, that's crazy because this album came out the year before. And then they dropped this single in 92, and then came this remix that wasn't even the same beat or anything or verses. It was a whole new song.
Right. Which later, may I add, reclaimed its way to fame with Pump It Up by my boy Joe Button, Jersey representative. Well, Harlem representative, but later Jersey representative. Yeah. But yeah, that was that beat was used more than a few times, right? Scenario, Pump It Up.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a famous break. That's been used over and over again.
Right,
Sometimes
right.
it's a major part of the beat. Sometimes it's a smaller part.
Absolutely.
But yeah, yeah. Sabrina, did you like that song? Like when that was
For real. For
okay?
real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just the dope groove. Like, you know, Q-Tip and Busta and all them. It was great to see them rocking together every time they got together. You know, it was like family, really.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
Yeah, 383 said pump it up was my John. Yes.
But that's a Philly thing, boy. Philly slang.
John. Yeah. You gotta shout out to Philly. Shout out to
Definitely.
Lynn Smalls. What's up, fam?
What up,
Starting off
family?
strong. So we're gonna keep going strong. Let's just keep going. Let's keep flowing with it. Let's the next joint. Let's see. Woo.
Let's get up, let's get down. Roll with the hardcore funk, the hardcore sound. Let's get with this Macadocious funk material so simple. When I rock with the instrumental, who am I?
Indeed, the green-eyed bandit.
Control my career so I can never get stranded. But the rest are getting brand new, being changed up their style from jeans to suits and thinking about a pop record. Something made for the station, for a whole new relationship of a new type of scene to go platinum and clock mad green, aka a sellout. The rap definition. Get off that boy, change your mission. Come back around the block. Pump color me bad to the tick-tock. Let them know your logo. It's not a black thing. My background sing for the crossover.
Yeah, yeah.
Crossover.
Oh, the crossover.
Crossover.
See, even back then, there was a battle between what some would call real hip hop and commercial hip hop, you know? So that wasn't just a thing that became now. Like they try to make it this ageism thing now where it's like old hip hop versus young hip hop.
Yeah.
But it really ain't that because there's a lot of dope new hip hop, just like there's a lot of whack old hip hop because we was fighting against it.
Oh yeah, there was always whack music within hip hop, whack artists. But I'm trying to think of when that really started. Like when did people that divide really start to break through hip hop? Can you recall?
The divide.
Well, the mainstream or the underground, where they were just like, I know Tribe was really speaking about it a lot.
Yeah. Well, here's the irony. The divide actually was happening from the very beginning, from the very first record, Sugar Hill.
This is true. Yeah. As I think about it. Yeah.
Because the Melly Mel's and some heads like that, they didn't like this Sugar Hill because they were like, who are these dudes coming out of nowhere?
I remember,
making the first rap record. We out
disco record
in the corners and doing our thing, and we in the Latin quarters and all this. And suddenly they come out of nowhere talking about hip hop and then stole Kaz's verse. So from the beginning, the record industry was already pitting the creative side versus the business side from the very beginning.
True. Sabrina, do you recall anything like that in your early remembrance of hip hop, like that division between the mainstream and the underground?
Or is there a difference in France?
For sure. You know, I fell in love with hip hop when I was like 9 years old. So back in 1994, 1995. So I think I knew this golden era a little bit, you know, not 1992. I had to study, you know.
Okay.
That's okay.
But I knew a little bit of it, you know.
Right.
Yes.
So in France, when you were growing up, with hip hop, was there a difference between was there an underground hip hop then, or was rap music just rap music, or was it kind of like, well, this is pop rap, and and this is, because here there was like separation?
Oh, not really, you know, not until 2000, 2002. You know, during the 90s, real hip-hop was in France, you know, but nowadays it's different. It's you know, I don't listen to French rap nowadays.
Really?
Not because, hey, I don't know what to say about it, but people love it to me. So
Right.
you know, in the radio, it hits different. And back in the 90s, we had really real hip hop. Even when you turn on the radio, and nowadays you have to really know people in this business industry.
Yeah.
You don't know them, you don't know real hip hop. It's just like that in France.
Interesting. Yeah. See that division in the US happened earlier, you know, because I remember the time when really dope hip hop was what dominated the radio.
Yeah.
Then there was a time where that shifted and the term underground hip hop became a thing. You know?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, honestly, for me coming up, like it wasn't so much so about mainstream. It may have been, but it wasn't as elaborate of a topic as it is, or as it became. What I mean by that is it was just good music. There
Yeah.
wasn't so many of the labels being placed upon, you know what I'm saying, or
Yeah.
broken down to different categories. Maybe so, but I know from me personally, I can't speak upon everybody and every experience, but for me, listening to the radio, you had Marley Marl, Future Flavors. You had a balance.
Yeah.
You had and that's what I feel like was
What
the
got
difference.
lost.
Yeah, that's what the difference was. The Future Flavors, the Red Alert, you know, it was just good music. Of course, you had the artists talking about like the difference between the mainstream and just true hip hop culture. But yeah, I don't remember it being so much of a division. I don't know,
Right.
like a
Well,
label
you know
thing.
what happens is, again, I have to go back to the record labels. So early on, when hip hop first came in, they didn't know anything either as far as how to manage this beast. This was a new genre that just suddenly popped up, and they were trying to make money from it. So the more, as each year went on, you noticed that more records started to come out. And as each year went on towards the 90s, not only did more records come out, but suddenly it was a certain kind of record. So the industry saw for the 5 to 10 year mark from the 80s to 90, they saw the track record of what kind of songs made money. So from that point, they were saying, you got to do these kind of records. And if you weren't doing these kind of records, then suddenly you were considered underground.
Right.
You weren't as marketable because now, again, the hip hop was this business more than an art, at least to them.
And I would say, not to dwell on this topic, but I would say for me, because there's a lot of talk with the golden era 90s versus like the mid 80s. I would say part of that was what was the difference for me that I really enjoyed more so about the 80s was I remember a time when the records were more braggadocious. It was really, really about the music, like really about the music. There was subject matter content. Yeah, you had songs like, no pun intended, but like a G-Rap, Truly Yours, or you know what I'm saying? Like it was more like creative for the fun, you know, versus it's about commercial versus underground, you know, that's the difference. And I think you made a good point. It helped me bring me back to that point where the 90s started to shift a bit.
And also, if you remember, Public Enemy kind of ruled part of the 80s.
Yes. Okay? Yeah. Boogie Down. Right.
So Sabrina's like, yes, she knows. They ruled the 80s. So the industry eventually was like, wait a minute, we just let loose this beast called hip hop thinking we were going to make money off of it. But this music is influencing these kids more than we can.
Yeah, the rebels.
Suddenly it went from being able to market what they would call militant music like Public Enemy, what happened in the 90s where it went into something different. And if you wanted to say something, you were considered underground. You weren't considered mainstream.
Right.
Mainstream wasn't even a word that I would hear.
Exactly my
early
point.
On in the 80s.
Exactly my point. With the X-Clans, the Lakim Shabazz, the brand. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That's
all came in the 80s and died in the 90s. Even though the 90s birthed a lot of other righteousness and really dope groups. And then it even birthed into the late 90s, into the 2000s, the Dead Prezes and the Dead Prez and the Black Stars and all that type of stuff.
Exactly.
So we kept emerging, but again, they're considered underground.
Right. Yeah.
Mos Def is only known because he's known for his acting as well, and because he's the charismatic dude. Like he's an old soul.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, all right, we're gonna get back to the music. This was I love this conversation though.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Talking about hip hop, and that's what Super MC is about, because these kids who were rappers as a youth, they were like superheroes. They were the voiceless. They were empowered by their music, and then the evil record label came in and they manipulated that just to make money. Not to make money with them, but to make money off of them.
There really should be a course on the culture of hip hop, because there is a difference. You asked Sabrina a spot on earlier, like the difference between rap and hip hop. There's a huge difference. It's the culture. It's the culture. It's much deeper.
It is. It is. And Gangstar was part of that too, even when they came out in the beginning in the early 80s, let me say.
Yes. Good point. Good point.
You know, and the soundscape and everything just changed. But, you know, so now hold up. We got a couple of comments here. 383 said, I know y'all going to think I'm crazy, but this was probably when I first got into EPMD. I mean, I know they had other hits, but that's understandable. Crossover was actually one of their first, like, crossover hits, actually. No pun intended.
Yeah.
So that, I understand that. I didn't realize that was what it was. Lynn said hip hop became regional with East Coast versus West Coast and the dirty South for flavor. Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't even remember back in the day with Ice-T, where it was so emphasized and elaborate, like East Coast versus West Coast, or East Coast, and, you know, where it was really, you know, emphasized as much. It was really just good music, good hip hop music.
It was just good hip hop.
Yeah. So I would say that's the major differences between the 80s and 90s to me.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Part of it. Yeah.
Again,
we can go on. There's a course in the course in the culture. I'm telling you, it's got me tripping up over my words. That's what hip hop does, man.
Can you say that again, please?
No, I said a course. It's a tongue twister, right? A course in the culture of hip hop. Oh man.
Yes. And one other comment.
Try to say that 3 times over.
Yeah, right. I won't. Not on air. 383 Design Studio said you can always find a way to sneak him in. She was talking about Cool G Rap.
That's why I said no pun intended. Like it's just what it was. G Rap was such a huge part of hip hop.
Yeah.
He really not was, is
to
this day.
But no, we're gonna keep going. So we're gonna keep going. So what I'm gonna do this time is because we kept going, which is fine. I'm gonna let a couple of joints just go.
Please do.
Just vibe a little bit. Okay. So this next one after crossover. Oh boy. We know this dude.
Mic check. I can get smooth to any groove. Relax the tongue. Let my mic take a cruise around the planet. Packing men like Janet Jackson. She's asking if I can slam it.
Yo, Rat Man, what the fuck, man? Get the fuck off that punk smooth shit, man. Get with that rough shit, man. You know how we do.
Mic check. I walk around the street with the black tech 9 by the waistline, kicking out hype shit. I never claimed to be the best type of rapper, but have to show the motherfuckers what I'm after. I'm after the gold, then after that the platinum. Beef after that, Hurricane G packs the gas, son. Chigga bang bang, yo bust the slang with my name. It's the red man on the funk thing. Sight your motherfucking rights tonight. To do what I wanna do, to do it like dynamite. The one perfected, when the funk been injected. I roughen up the rough draft to like make your head split. Past the 40 and the money, don't front on the blunt. Cause when you do front, brother, you get the start. I'm not an addict, more like Puff the Magic. Then pass it when I'm through, cause my crew got to have it. I don't claim to be a big rap star, cause no matter who you are, you still catch a bullet scar. So listen up and take heed to what I'm saying, cause tonight's the night, and me and my niggas ain't playing.
Ooh, that's all I can say is ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
To this day,
ooh.
Redman remains one of my top favorite MCs ever.
I can't wait for the Redman night that we do, because
that's gonna be insane.
Yeah. Okay, I had to stop on that one.
That's perfect. Crazy.
So, real quick, we need to talk about DOS effects and the Iggity thing, that style they have, the iggity thing. So I try to do some research to find out the origins of where this style came from, because the iggity is probably one of the most influential styles that ever came out in hip hop.
Agreed.
Everyone was doing the iggity. You even have down to Blackstreet with no diggity. Everything was iggity. If anything, iggity was like the first and early versions of what would eventually be Snoop with the shizzles and nizzles and dizzles and all that. It's the iggity. Funny enough, I learned these words in a group called Tag Team.
Really? Whoop, there it is, Tag Team?
Yeah, I was hoping she meant like a literal marketing group. Not every once in a while.
I don't remember Tag Team doing the iggities.
They did, I'm sure, but I don't either. We wouldn't remember that.
Wow.
We weren't listening to Tag Team. Somebody else was.
Mikkel, Tag Team over Cool G Rap.
She said, "Don't sleep on Tag Team." Listen, I'm not having this conversation.
Yeah, I'm not.
This is not even worth. I mean, I love her with all my heart. This doesn't change any of my love, but nah, boo.
Wow. Don't sleep on Tag Team? Really? We try to present a case for Tag Team?
Not the music group.
Mikkel, I got so much love and respect for you, but
it was really a marketing group.
But Tag Team?
Okay, look, we're gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, let's keep it moving.
Listen, you can call me later and we can ask her about this. Because I can't. Nah, there it ain't. It ain't. But I'm not knocking the song. The song is a hit. But, but name me another Tag Team song.
Especially with the iggity.
Don't sleep on Tag Team. Name some more Tag Team joints.
Like you went out and bought the album?
Name a Tag Team banger.
I met Dougie Fresh through that group. Oh, okay.
See, now she's trying to make. See, you ain't slick. She's trying to make it better by naming somebody dope like Dougie Fresh. I met Dougie through that. All right, cool. All right. You got that. So anyway, okay. So the iggity thing, Das Effects said they just kind of came up with it messing around. And they even claimed that they used to have their demo shopped to a bunch of different labels before the song was out. And they were close with someone from Jive Records who worked directly with Fushnikins.
See, I was about to say that's a I'm trying to again go back and recollect between the Fushnikins and Das, like who came out, because Chip Fu was killing it back then too.
Yeah, yeah. Das came out first.
Okay.
And their claim is that they heard some early Fushnikins stuff and it was dope, but suddenly when Fushnikins was introduced to Das music, their stuff became more animated and more kind of iggity and quick and fast delivery type stuff. Excuse me. I don't know if it's true or not.
And it was really Chip Fu, wasn't even really the whole Fushnikin crew. So.
Yeah. Really, that was the one, you know. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of other people will see, and a lot of these songs here use that iggity as well. But you know, where the iggity was definitely used well, I will say, is in this song right here by a rapper who I won't say his name still. His name rhymes with nice mood. I won't say his name yet because I'm not ready to discuss him, but I will play some of his music. He rhymes with nice mood. You figure it out for yourself.
Yeah. So come on and diggity check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check. Yeah. You better check yourself or you wreck
yourself, cause I'm bad for your health. I come real stealth, dropping bombs on your moms, kill car alarms. Do about crime, I'm that brother with the Alpine soda 4-6, so always let tricks know and freaks know we got that endo. No, I'm not a sucker, sitting in a house of pain, and no, I'm not the butler. I'll cut ya, headbutt ya. You say you can't touch this, and I wouldn't touch ya. Punk, you a sucker. Here to let you know, boy. Oh boy, I make dope, but don't call me dope boy. This ain't no kind of motion picture. A guy your tricker, my homie get with ya and hit ya, taking that yak to the neck. So you better run a check.
Chickity check yourself before you wreck yourself. Chickity check yourself before you wreck yourself. Come on, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Cause shotgun bullets are bad for your health.
That's true. Shotgun bullets are bad for your health. He was not lying. Nice Mood was not lying. Here's the next one of him. Had to run this. Classic.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with no hog. I got my grub on, but didn't dig out. Finally got a call from a girl I wanna dig out. Hooked it up for later as I hit the dough. Thinking, will I live another 24? I gotta go, cause I got me a drop top. And if I hit the switch, I can make the ass drop. Had to stop at a red light, looking in my mirror, not a jacker in sight, and everything is alright. I got a beat from Kim, and she can fuck all night. Called up the homies and I'm asking y'all, which part are y'all playing basketball? Get me on the court and I'm troubled. Last week fucked around and got a triple-double. Freaking niggas every way like MJ. I can't believe today was a good day.
Yo, we definitely gotta have an Ice Cube night, man. We definitely have to have an Ice Cube night.
One of my favorites. Yes, from this year, it's one of my favorites. The Predator.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm
man.
sorry, but Ice Cube is different, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him.
Same
I
here,
love
same
him.
here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The Predator. That was this album, right?
Yes.
Oh man. Wow. That album had a lot of dope stuff.
Woo. Did it?
Yo.
Yo, majority of his albums, honestly.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, and to Len's point, before we move on to Cube or whoever else, he said, not only did Das have the Iggity, but they had the dope metaphors too, which was one of the things that impressed me about the later albums after the first one, was that they kind of banned or killed the Iggity and just rapped regularly. And was still dope to me.
Yeah, they were still dope, but they lost some of their heat.
They definitely did.
Because the average person still wanted to hear them Iggity. You know, you get pigeonholed. They're like, where's the Iggity? Iggity,
right.
Iggity. He was like, sorry.
Mm-hmm. No, it's true. It's true.
He just kept asking for Iggity. That's like Dave Chappelle. He said he would just go places and people would see him and they'd be like, I'm Rick James, bitch. And he's like, I'm with my kids, yo. Das Effects, everywhere they wanted to rap, they spitting metaphors and somebody's like, Iggity for me. Go ahead and But you know, much salute. I got a salute to Sabrina, you know, mentioning the Predator and saying that was one of her favorite albums of the year, because now that made me say I gotta play this song.
Now this one dedicated to the man them call MacGyver. And no 007 James Bond spy man in the area. Maximum respect to the man them call Ice Cube. And the boss no deuce no 3 8 1 4 4. Wicked. 1, 2, 3, and I come with the wicked style when you know that I'm from the wicked crew. Act like you know, cause I got everybody jumping to the voodoo. Wicked rhymes, picket signs, while being the mob got a trunk full of nines. Play ya and outslay ya. I got
first walk off.
Ready to bump, and it's a must to duck before I bust. Looking for the one that did it, but like in bone, no, you're never gonna get it. Cause I'm the one with the fat man skills. famous on, yes, them wicked. If you have the mic and bust up the clown, yes, them wicked. All of them y'all with the sound. My name is Dr. and I we run the town. Wicked, look at the way y'all like it. I'm wicked.
He used DOS effects there too.
Look at the way y'all like it. I'm wicked. Don't say nothing, just listen. Got me a plan to break Tyson out of prison. Come my way and get served. Still got a goose that'll run you up the curb. Nappy head, nappy chest, nappy chin. Never seen with a happy grin. Show the background cause I'm down. Take a look around. All you see is big black boots. Stepping, you must still toe as a weapon. Kick ya and flick ya. Now they want to label this nigga. Pick with the sticker. Digging out girl that's nice deep. Yep, I got a body kept like ice tea. From here to New York, I get skins and ain't talking about pork. Swine, pig, dick. Listen to the flow of a so-called Negro. Who didn't know I was funky ass boots and dig it, cause I get wicked. Ice Cube and Dr. James on, yes, them wicked. If you have the mic and bust up the ground, yes, them wicked. All of them y'all with the sound. My name is Dr. and Ice Cube, we run the town. Wicked, the way y'all like it, I'm wicked.
Oof.
Jesus. Dios mío.
One of the best from the album.
Yes.
It's there.
Yes.
Yes, I agree, Sabrina.
Oh my God. That joint used to get me. It still gets me hyped.
Still.
Oh my God.
Yeah, trust me. I've handcuffed my feet to the chair because I knew
you was about to do a walk off too, huh?
I was going to do a jump off, like jump off the table. Stage dive into an audience of nobody.
Oh my God. He had a few records on there too, like the tear this mother up.
Oh,
that bass line. Look, we need a cube night. Bottom line.
Yeah.
We need a cube night.
okay. All right. Okay.
We need a cube night.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make sure it's a cube night that both of you are there.
Man.
Okay. So we're gonna keep going. I'm gonna make honorable mention of this group in this song. We've played this song a couple times before, so I'm not gonna play it again. But what came out in '92 also was Far Side. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And I was gonna play Passing Me By, but we need a whole Far Side night.
Yes, we definitely do with that too.
Because their first two albums, it's a whole vibe. You gotta really
Crazy.
Sabrina, are you a Far Side fan at all? Sabrina, do you like Far Side?
Oh yes, for real.
Yeah.
For real.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna that does it. We're gonna have a Far Side night. So
We definitely, yeah.
know that Far Side came out in '92, but this also came out in '92 as well.
It doesn't matter if it's yours or mine. Cause if you're getting dough and you wanna get with her, yeah, you can hit her. Yo, see, Sally got a one-track mind. It doesn't matter if it's yours or mine. Cause if you're getting dough and you wanna get with her, yeah, you can hit her.
Number
I know
two.
a girl named Sally who tastes great, exquisite. Saks Fifth Avenue bag made a visit. When she was a child, her parents had money. She was spoiled rotten, and now things have gotten worse. She's a professional girl. She'll start to switch if a bump in the itch. I watched her grow into a neighborhood hoe. Ran around town with every Tom, Dick, and Joe. Quite amusing, the little did she know that word got around, that Sally was down. Sweet 16, but you look 21. If the price is right, she'll be twice as nice. Just a friends for a man in a Benz. Then he cut you off when he hits the skins. Now you got another one. He drops a beamer. Wake up, girl, don't be a daydreamer. Sally got a one-track mind. It doesn't matter if it's yours or mine. Cause if you're getting dough and you wanna get with her, yeah. See, Sally got a one-track mind. It doesn't matter if it's yours or mine. Cause if you're getting dough and you wanna get with her, yeah, you can hit her. Sally's 19.
Excuse me, but to
I'm
me,
sorry.
this is one of the best albums that came out in '92.
Agreed.
Diamond D, baby. This album, it came to me. It came right after Belly Operation. Okay, I have Gangster and I have Diamond D right after. Just saying.
But hold on. What about Ice Cube though? What about Predator?
Oh, there's Ice Cube. Oh,
Is that 3 or is that
maybe. Oh, Ice Cube is lower because before Ice Cube there is Showbiz and AZ.
Oh,
So, hey, Diamond D is number
yo,
2.
John, those are some heavy hitters right there, man.
Ooh, God.
That Showbiz and AG album,
Oh,
He just made me
my
tingle.
God.
Just, ugh.
Oh, I hope you have one in your place tonight, because
Maybe. I don't know. Because that group doesn't sound too familiar to me. I might have heard of them. I don't know. We'll see. They might be.
John, Showbiz and AG?
I might have heard of them.
Are you serious? No, you kidding right now. You kidding right now.
Showbiz and AG.
Can I get a soul clap? Come
Showbiz
on.
and it.
Can I
Showbiz
get
and
a
AG. We'll see. I don't know. Vic, I don't know. Maybe they're in here. I don't know. Mikkel might have thrown it in here. So I don't know. I don't know what's in this playlist.
Sabrina, he's messing with us. He's messing with us. I know that look.
Okay. All right. I don't know. I'm just gonna go to the next song. This is not Showbiz and AG for sure. The next song. Talking about he lying. She should have took the G off of there. He lying. And made it Lion. You lie. Okay, anyway, next song. This was 92. This is still the same year.
Don't sweat the technique. Don't sweat the technique. Let's trace the hits and check the file. Let's see who bit the dissect the style. I flip the script so it can't get filed. At least not now, it'll take a while. I change the pace to complete the beat. I drop the bass to MCs get weak. For every road they trace is a scar they keep. It's when I speak, they freak to sweat the technique. I made my debut in 86 with a melody in a president's mix. And now I stay on target and refuse to miss. And I still make hits for beats. Parties, clubs, and cars and jeeps. My underground sound vibrates the streets. MCs wanna beef, then I play for keeps. When they sweat the technique. Don't sweat the technique. They wanna know how many rhymes have I ripped and wrecked, but researchers never found all the pieces yet. Scientists try to solve the context, philosophers are wondering what's next. Pieces took the lab to observe them. They couldn't absorb them, they didn't deserve them. My ideas are only for the audience ears. For my opponents, it might take years. Pencils, pens, and swords. Letters put together from a key to cause. I'm also a sculpture, born with structure. Because of my culture, I'm a rhythm instructor. Technical style that'll be full of technology. Complete sights and new heights after I get deep. You don't have to speak, just see. And peep the technique.
Those last two joints with those bass lines, come on now. Those bass lines, man. Shout outs to Rakim, the God of Law, Rakim. Oh man.
So this is also when the shift started, because as far as sampling, okay, because Gangstar was sampling some jazz in their first album and stuff, and Tribe was too. But this 92 is right after Low End Theory came out.
Mm-hmm.
In particular, Excursions and that upright bass sound that they sampled for that. Suddenly, a lot of people was getting those type of samples and sounds. And that beat right there, that's one of my favorite Rakim joints. You can play that anytime, and I'm ready to slap everything in sight. That song gets me amped. Woo. But another one.
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Look, here's another one along those lines. This is still 92. This is the movie Juice, in case you didn't know.
Sip the juice, I got enough to go around. And the thought takes place uptown. I grew up on the sidewalk while I learned street talk. And they taught the whole New York. I go to Queens for Queens to get the food from Brooklyn. They pony in Manhattan and never been talking. Go
go uptown to the Bronx and boogie down, get strong on the island, recoup and lay around. Time to build my juice back up, pop stack up, suckers get smacked up, don't doubt the clout. You know what I'm about, knocking niggas off, knocking niggas out, shaking them up, waking them up, breaking them up, breaking them up, standing on shaky ground too close to the edge. Let's see if I know the ledge.
That I mean,
and he produced that one too, as you know.
He produced that one, dude. Now,
crazy.
And that was from the movie Juice. That was from the movie Juice that came out in '92 as well. You know, so since we're on that soundtrack,
You don't know me yet.
I think Mikkel loves this one. Shout out to my baby.
Dragon. As I start the rain, attack this nigga, the banging the rappers on the bandwagon. Feel the fury of a renegade, or Miller, slaves, so send the aid, cause I penetrate. Being the best up, with lyrics I dress up, so don't even mess up, or try to press up, it's better to press up. Cause if a rapper ever goes too far, man, I start to screaming on them scenes like Tarzan. To witness the glare will not appear, run to compare, so take your seat in the rear, child. You gotta understand, you're just a man, sit next to the man, sit next to the man, sit next to the man. And no one fire comes higher than the Messiah, sparking the mic like a live wire till I retire. Whatever the coffins, I burn them like fire, we're throwing them below. I hit them hard like fire, so take your hand and fold, cause it's a total control, and no one grabs a hold. You got something to say before it's told. If you're speaking on me, you better hablo español, cause I ain't trying to have none of the penny any mumble jumble kick yak. You better get back, clear the way when you see me coming through. Bow and bow, enough respect due. Enough respect due.
Yeah, I mean, same soundtrack, same
flawless
soundtrack.
movie.
Flawless movie, same soundtrack. We got this. We'll see you soon, sir.
Hey, you can smoke a spliff with a clip, but there's still no mountain high enough or wide enough to touch the naughty, nappy, nasty nigga, the nasty, trashy, whole happy pappy. That's happy to be nappy. Me and them rock, win spots in flocks and groups and troops with timber boots and gel suits. That's how I roll with my hair do dope. When the will I got wanting competition ain't dope. Beat you, break you, broke you, smoke you, take you, send you to your little group on mute. Sooner or later, you wanna flip, tell them full, send me half with a dip. And all that other Ringling brother shit. Sporty, naughty, hot bar, greater than HOI shit. Slam the flip, flam, and then jam. You can run, but you can't hide, you can't go far. No matter where you go, there you are. There you are. We gonna ride, we gonna roll, we gonna ride, we gonna break, we gonna ride, we gonna roll, we gonna ride.
He doing the dance. And we're gonna listen, that song, that's the Juice soundtrack. And to keep with soundtracks right now, this came as well.
Now, I've never been one to knock the next man for getting his. Right. And I do realize that hip hop is now a form of showbiz. But this has always been something with which you have to be true.
This is from the White Man Can't Jump
In the year
soundtrack.
1992. Now this is how we do. At the age of 19, heard the scene. A lot of MCs that do not come clean. Frontin' on dealing hard times and rhymes. You see them in the streets and you see no signs of the hell. And they get on stage and tell some old cornball war story. Ring the bell. Word. You're faking the funk. Talking that extra hard junk, you're probably a punk. And I'ma let you know that this way you just don't cut with the artificial flow. Neat dicks, gotta break backs and necks. When fakers try to front, they'll get smoked like blunts. My rhymes penetrate like skunk, and your word up. I think they're faking the funk. You're faking the funk. You're faking the funk. Yo, you're faking the funk. You're faking the funk. Yo, 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 you're faking the funk. You do a song about a current event. Get on television and seem hesitant to represent, and that's what we call fraud. You can't keep the streets with a look I sold out award. Word. And everywhere has streets that's not trying to hear the whack rhymes over the same stink beats. Cause times are real, and I can't feel putting down on the now it's time to dump chumps that front of your professor. What's up? You're faking the funk now.
White Man Can't Jump, Mikkel.
Yeah,
that was the soundtrack it was off of. White Man Can't Jump.
Yep. And this was also the beginning of that time and era where suddenly hip hop, were they were part of soundtracks. And it was a booming thing. So eventually they were inviting people to be on soundtracks that weren't even hip hop movies.
Right.
Because at first it was just hip hop songs were in hip hop movies, related movies. White Men Can't Jump. I mean, it had a brother in there, Wesley Snipes, but it was just a movie, you know, and that was in it. And then you had another movie that had a. What am I saying? Let me just play it.
Hot sex on a platter.
Oh man.
Hot sex on a platter.
This is still 1992.
Hot sex on a platter. Hot sex on a platter. Hot sex on a platter. Hot sex on a platter.
Hey yo, who wanna put a fight for a long time no hear from? Suckers walking around talking about they can get some, but that Bob's not cipher. No can do. And if you take out for dope, then ask the other two, and I'll proceed to let you know exactly how to flow. I'm not a law doctor, so just suckle with the hoe. Oops, my mistake, I didn't know you went with her. Should I run down the line of all the kids that done hit her? Don't be bitter. I hear that honey resembles a critter. Heard she likes it 2-on-1 like my man John Ritter. But back to the subject, you can't catch wreck. You must give respect to earn respect. Suckers think they can hurt me, cause now I respect you full of jokes. Well, yo, your name ain't Flex. I got the riches, the bitches. I'm large like a Huxtable. You think you're all that, but your girl's quite doable. Yeah, I'm telling you, G, to back up off me. I'm not a man called Hawk, but I ain't Mr. Softy. Rapping is an art coming straight from the heart, so forget the chart because the action got sky.
Hot sex on the platter. Hot sex on the platter.
Exactly. Junior year in high school was crazy. Yeah. That was from the Boomerang soundtrack. Whoo.
R.I.P. Fife.
R.I.P. Fife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, on Hot Sex, Tip's verse was one of his more aggressive, braggadocious verses that you'll get from him. And I loved it. I loved it for what it was. Like he was saying, yo, I'm the abstract and I can rap and do my thing. And I can also bag your chick. Like you normally don't hear Tip talking like that. He's Bonita Applebum and all this other stuff and electric relaxation. Here he was like, nah, I'll take your girl. By the way.
You know, Hot Sex is the first vinyl I just exercise on the turntables for me.
Really?
Oh, okay.
First one. I just put it on and I was just like, okay, I'm trying to learn.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. You had a hell of a song to start with.
I was just about to say that. It's crazy. How crazy is it?
Wow.
That's dope.
Wow. This was also one of the first songs where Tip was talking. Well, he called himself the abstract. I know he mentioned the abstract poetic in Low End Theory. Mm-hmm. And then he mentioned it here, and it just seemed like eventually that was one of the tags that people was using for him. He was the abstract poetic. But anyway, so we move on to this group who we did mention. I know, Vic. I know.
When I was small, they used to tease me because my hair was cheesy, hard and greasy. But now I'm living well like George and Weezy. So easy, does it? Is it because I'm rocking beats? Who met you? Because I'm doing what just have to be done. Now we in there like swimwear, cause calling me hun. Give me hugs, little peck, put your tongue, love respect to my bros that live on 5-6th Street. I'm smashing monster, mashing, boom, bashing in a fashion which is wild. Now I smile when I whip action seeds with my style. Call me cuckoo, I'm making buku bucks. I'm getting fully prepared to deal with MC that are smucks for bros sleeping, count it deep and listen when I talk as I soothe in the groove. Cause I'm smooth like Mr. Fork. Doobly zoo, Mr. Woo. No need to be rude, but F you. Cause I ain't got nothing to prove. Flash move, no, we don't got nothing to prove. Flash move, no, we don't got nothing to prove. Flash move, no, we don't got nothing to prove. Flash move, no, we don't got nothing to prove.
Even the beaver or reaver, dirt cheap, heavens to mercy, made through cyanide, adios, muchachos, dame, who I'm bucking my boots, they too, Mr. Chip
boost. I'm about to wreck shop with a judo chop, a judo chop, a judo chop chop. Yo, since can put it on nonsense, I don't think so. So take a look at the super fly big Jimmy the honey and the chip. Yo, we rush about I
don't know what he's saying. I don't care.
I wanted the bud light stud. I'm like to lashes with a weakness. Talk about this, a witness. Ask the tongue about my tongue and the style that I brung instead. I'm the alley rapper, gonna bank and ship it to the dabble trouble on the red and bumper red. These lyrics I come out, tell me head bumper red. Mr. Jiffle's gonna take your dread. You said I'm gonna rock with a redirect shot on the top pop. I get props. I pick up the mic, I'm a button, a bust on the MC's dodge. I'm style my accent. You're mocking my clothes. You're clocking, ripping MCs to Smith, the reason the ribbity, don't stock it. So don't step to tip. I'm on the last move tip. You'll say that's everybody, but again, and bossy jack my babble ship. So ooh, chitchy, wobble up this kit. Rip it if it's specific, I'm gonna rip it when I kicks it. Chitty, bang, man, pepper the pew. Lash move, yo, I ain't got nothing to prove.
Lash move, yo, we don't got nothing to prove. Lash move, yo, we don't got nothing to prove. Lash move, yo, we don't got nothing to prove.
Yeah.
Again, you cut it at the right part because that was the prize of the group to me. I'm sorry. That was the prize.
He was. And see, both Mikkel and Lynn said, yeah, he did kind of sound like Das. It's interesting because there's different iterations of the Iggity. Like to me, Das was literally saying Iggity and Stiggity, and Chip Fu from Fushnikins more just had the lyrical rhythms of the Iggities because of his Caribbean background. So you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So he was rapping rapidly, but he wasn't Iggity-ing the whole thing up.
I was just about to say, there was a rapid fire flow. There was to me, there was always a huge difference between Chip Fu and Das. When that comparison was always made, I didn't agree with that.
No, I didn't agree, but I understand.
Understood, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because for a lyricist like us, we're like, no, we're getting into the nuances.
Mm-hmm.
But to the average hip hop listener, it's they're both rapping fast and
right.
I think he threw an Iggity in there. Nah, he just threw some Caribbean up in there. He threw jerk chicken up in the beat.
Absolutely.
There's some curry. Sorry.
To me, he was spitting clearly. I could understand just about everything concisely.
Your don't you have some Caribbean in you? Like
Bayesian. Yes, sir.
Asian?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
Yeah, see, because I know Sabrina didn't know what he was saying. Sabrina like, nah, I don't either. Listen, this is over 20 years old, and I still don't know what he says. I just know a couple of words. That's all I need. But you see, that goes to the point that hip hop and music is a universal language.
Yes.
You know, because Wu-Tang always talked about how they would go to Japan and perform, and their first time they was a little shook because they was like, how are they going to accept this Wu-Tang thing with us? Like, we really mean this and we really live this. And they accepted it. And the people recited their lyrics, even though they didn't speak the language.
Right. Yeah, that's ill.
Powerful. That's powerful. So anyway, we're going to go to the next song of 92. Again, this is still 92. Here we go.
Yeah, word up, word to mother. Here comes G-Rap with another one, y'all. We gonna swing this like this. I'm right in front of my front step, thinking of a plan, looking like Raggedy Ann or going hand, kicking a can. Thinking of a break to pull some banking, because I'm dead and stinking. So all my shoes winking, t-shirt is shrinking. Soon I see some thighs in my eyes open wide, quick. Who's that with the chick? Bill blast my sidekick. What's up, black? Give his hand a smack. Then up pulls a Cadillac, your baby will be back. Jump right on the side, not too many people sober, thinking about who gotta get robbed because the mob got a job for us. They drove us down to the southern section of town where the clowns dare be paying for protection. They want us to send off message to Jimmy the bartender, lend a friend of money next year ripping off his car fenders. He's coming up short,
Here we go.
He snorts, coke, nope, but hope he don't get caught. He owes some Benjamin Franklin's.
No, I'm waiting for the counter walk on.
But Jimmy's pockets are empty, so now we gotta get rid of him. But Jimmy's wife is with him and they don't wanna involve her. Hopped out the back seat, they gave me a revolver. Blast you, distract them, while I go and whack them. Enter through the back side of the bar and then attack them. He's screaming for his life, reaching for his wife. Shot him in the back of the head and tricked him with a knife. And that goes for anybody that gotta pay their dues. You lose, cause I got the ill street blues. You lose, cause I got the ill street blues. You lose, cause I got the ill street blues. You lose, cause I got
So, okay.
Hi, Mikkel.
Sabrina.
Coachy rap.
Yeah.
One of the gods, you know. Oh my God, this album.
Preach.
She knows. She knows. See,
Preach.
I don't know if you remember or recall, Sabrina, but Mikkel has a
phobia.
She has a phobia of Coogee Rap. She's not a fan, and our homegirl Smoke. She also says that she's not into Coogee Rap for several reasons. And look at this. Surprisingly, I actually like that song.
Breakthrough. Wow.
Oh.
Super MC news.
Oh, so I played that song just to say, okay, G-Rap, and boom, G-Rap on you. But on a serious tip, here's another G-Rap joint that is a remix. That's just crazy for me. It's G-Rap on the Run. Looks like Vic is on the run.
I got a job with the mob making G's, doing some pickups, deliveries, and transport keys. Yeah, they got me like a flunky money. I'm driving around town with 10 kilos of summer trunk G, and I'm holding a suitcase with $500,000 on my lap in front of my face, and I'm trying to ignore it. But sometimes I get tempted to go deaf and make a run for it. The thought alone makes me shiver. Damn, what if I get caught and find me floating in a Hudson River? But if I escape, I'll be in shape for my life. But they might get my kid and my wife. See, I'm supposed to make a stop to an uptown spot, run up the block and make another drop. But I got something else in mind. So at the next stop sign, I pull out and load up the 9. I got the money in the hit. Whip through the block and I stop, cause I ain't dropping off the rock of it. But then I thought of a plan. So I drove to my house to get my girl and my little man. Come on, baby, pack your stuff, get ready. Get ready.
Damn, why your face all sweat?
Just hurry up, don't throw no fits. I'm a dead man, walking, understand, we got a split. I switched the locks on the door. Started packing the Gucci bags like I was going on a world tour. Grab the luggage and a gun. Come on, we gotta go. They got a brother on the run.
They get the shit. What? They get the whole shipment. I want that son of a bitch dead. I want it dead. I want it dead. I don't care.
No.
Wow. Yo. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, a moment of silence for that one.
You know what? I'm sorry. You're right.
And then.
No, not that one. We need. The God G-Rap.
Yes.
Salute. G-Rap done entered the building. You know, Mikkel done even talked about, actually, I like that song. G-Rap. The G stand for Gerald. Gerald Rap. I like Gerald. Go on a rap, boy. Here we go. I won Pearl. Check it out. Gerald, go ahead and rap. Nah, but for real, salute to G-Rap. Again, amazing hip hop. So we'll keep it pushing to this. This is still 92. My man Paris. Days of old.
Reminisce back when I was only a child, back in the days of living carefree lifestyles, while long as we wasn't caught. Being bad was cool and we was never at a loss for something to get into. Chilling in the neighborhood, down at the park, sunny days when we played at the old school yard, where kicking it live was a familiar scene. Kenny M and Big Gene know what I mean. But nowadays it seems life just ain't the same. Everybody's involved in the game or a gang, and when we die it seems like nobody cares. It ain't no love and they cold-hearted stares. Thinking of payback, I'm making a hit. Now cowboys and Indians become real life shit, and life means nothing when the heart is cold. It ain't the same as the days of old. Yeah. It ain't the same as the days of old.
Yeah. Somehow I didn't realize that Paris was not a newer rapper. Oh yeah, that's right. Because we was playing some of his other. We was playing some of his other. His Mikkel heard us playing his newer songs like "Baby Man Hands."
Yes.
About Trump and that stuff. So yeah, Paris, yeah. So this
Go
right
support that. Go support that album, man. New Space, Safe Space Invader. The album's called by Paris.
Dope album.
Yes, it definitely is.
Now this right here, me personally, I was kind of into. This is DJ Quick, Just Like Compton. Play a piece of that.
St. Louis.
We did it just like Compton.
I don't think they know they too crazy for their own good. They need to stop watching that colors and boys in the hood. Too busy claiming 60s, trying to be raw and never even seen the show. But now back to the story that I'm telling. We packed up the tour bus one more time and started failing. When we arrived, I saw red and blue sweatsuits when I'm thinking about horse duty and cowboy boots. I guess Texas.
Hold on, I'm gonna keep playing the song. But he said when he arrived in Texas, he was thinking about cowboy hats and horse dookie. Like he wasn't thinking it was gonna be gangster and hood. And I love this because this song was fresh off of the beginning, well, not the beginning, but the heat that was beginning to really come from the West Coast with gangster rap and NWA, you know what I'm saying? So he was really like, yo, these hoods want to be like Compton. They got Bloods and Crips and work, because in New York and in the East Coast, the whole Bloods and Crips thing was still foreign to us as far as it being here. You know, so this song, it came at a really, really poignant time. But anyway, let me keep it going.
This ain't no different from the rest, and San Antonio was just waiting to put us to the test. And before it was over, the show got deep. A fool got shot in the face and was dead in the street. Then they came in the club thinking of scrapping. Little did they know that we was packing. Yeah, we was putting them down and scaring the rest. Yo, I even had to wear the bulletproof vest. Now San Antonio.
It's just like Compton.
Yeah, y'all, San Antonio.
It's just like Compton.
After about a month.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep going on that tip, and then this comes out. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me.
Hoes and tricks. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick on these nuts and suck the dick. Get the fuck out if they are done. Then I hops in my boot to make a quick run. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Lick on these nuts and suck the dick.
I'm sorry.
Get the fuck out if they are done.
I apologize for this chorus.
I used to know a bitch named Mary Wright. We used to roll around and fuck the hoes at night. Psyched in the motherfucker with the gangster beats. And we was balling on the motherfucking Compton streets. P. The shit got deep and it was out. Number one song after number one song. Long as my mother.
Yo, I don't know if everybody peeped this. But I didn't when I first heard this. But when people talk about beef battle rap records, they don't ever mention this song. One, because of the chorus, it just sounds like they're just singing some disrespectful things about women, you know. Right. And also the other rappers on the song just rapped about chicks. But Dre came in rapping about Eazy-E. His entire verse, he's rapping about Eazy, you know. And I'm like, if the song stayed on that level, that topic with the other writers in the song, in that song, this could have been one of the dopest diss records too, because this beat, this everything, come on. So let's hear this Dre verse again. Think about that. I mean, I know y'all knew, but maybe somebody else didn't. Peace. Wow, I just came in loud. Peace. Peace, Alex. Peace. Salute.
Get the fuck out if they got done. Then I hops in my boot to make a quick run.
I used to know a bitch named Mary Wright. We used to roll around and fuck the hoes at night. Psyched in the motherfucker with the gangster beats. And we was balling on the motherfucking Compton streets. P. The shit got deep and it was out. Number one song after number one song. Long as my motherfucking pockets was fat. I didn't give a fuck where the bitch was at, but she was hanging with a white bitch doing the shit she do. Sucking on his dick just to get a buck or two. And the few ends she got didn't mean nothing. Now she's suing, cause shit that she be doing ain't shit. Bitch can't hang with the
street, she found herself show. So now she taking me to court. It's real conversation for your ass. So recognize and pass the day.
Wow.
We can just stop here, like
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up.
Cause you know we're about to rip shit up.
Give me the microphone first so I can bust like a bubble. Compton and Long Beach together, now you know you in trouble. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Too low death niggas, so we're crazy. Death Row is the label that pays me. Unfadable, so please don't try to fake this. But back to the lecture at hand. Perfection is perfected, so I'ma let them understand from a young G's perspective. And before me dig on a bitch, I have to find a contraceptive. You never know, she could be earning her man and learning her man, and at the same time burning her man. Now you know I ain't with that shit, Lieutenant. Ain't no pussy good enough to get burned while I'm offended. Yeah. And that's realer than real deal, Holyfield. And now you hookers and hoes know how I feel. Well, if it's good enough to get broke off a proper chunk, I take a small piece of some of that funky stuff. It's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this and like that and like this and Drake creep to the mic like a fan.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping, but I damn near got caught cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before, with a producer who can rap and control the maestro. At the same time with the dope rhyme that I kick, you know and I know I flow some old funky shit. To add to my collection, this selection symbolizes dope. Take a toke but don't choke. If you do, you have no clue of what me and my homie Snoop Dogg came to do. It's like this and like that and like this and it's like that and like this and like that and it's like this. And who gives a fuck about those?
So just chill to the next episode.
Classic.
That's just one of the greatest hip hop songs ever. Like,
it truly is.
Yes, for
Undisputed.
real.
Undisputed.
And what I love about this album is that it brought the Lady of Rage on most of the tracks.
Yes.
2 or 3 tracks. I don't know, but I don't remember. But one of my favorites are the Lady of Rage. Yes.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that.
Yeah. I mean, this, of course, there has to be a Dre night. Like, we have to do a Dre night. We have to do a Chronic album night. I mean, because this album, and this is all 92 still.
It's crazy.
It's still just all 92. Like, it's. I'm just gonna
like I told you over the phone, man. Some things you realize at the time, and you sit back and reflect on, like, yeah, this came out in 94, this came out 93 till infinity, but some of these classic, amazing albums, you don't really think about the year that it came out. It's just, again, to my point from earlier, you just enjoyed the music. It wasn't so many, you know what I'm saying, labels and things really emphasized like that.
Yeah.
It just flowed. Because it was year after year after year.
Yeah.
Like,
there
was more music to enjoy than there wasn't. And it just flowed naturally, like organically.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. It sure did. Stranded on Death Row, the Lady of Rage. Yes, that was that was the joint. Yes, my God. Oh.
A lyrical gangbang. My favorite.
Yes. Wow.
Yo. She, oh my God! See, okay, I can't.
Rage,
we're gonna keep going.
Rage,
because we can easily get stuck. Okay, so again, 92, the diversity in 92, because look what we were just talking about, the Chronic and that album, but then this also came out and was a hit.
Tennessee.
Where's my wife at? She loves this record.
Shout out.
Oh my God.
I've really been real stressed, down and out, losing ground. Although I am black and brown, problems got me pessimistic. Brothers and sisters keep messing up. Why does it have to be so damn tough? I don't know where I can go. to let these ghosts out of my skull. My grandma passed, my brother's gone. I never at once felt so alone. I know you're supposed to be my steering wheel, not just my spare tire.
He said, I know you're supposed to be my spirit wheel, not just my spare tire. I'm going to shut up.
Lord, I ask you to be my guiding force and truth. For some strange reason it had to be. He guided me to Tennessee. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plan. Take me to another place. Take me to another land. Make me forget all that hurts me. Let me understand your plan. Lord,
keep going.
No, just a minute. Let's just calm down.
92. This is 92 as well.
For Christ's sake, let's just take it easy.
This is Common when he was Common Sense.
Incognito, taking it easy. Take it easy, take it easy.
Yeah. Yo, man, brothers out here saying you should come on a gangster tip. And other brothers out here saying you should come on a smooth tip. You know what? Be yourself and just take it easy. You know what I'm saying?
Easy like Sunday morning. I can get just simply nervous, jump when I'm yawning. Coming in with the, excuse me, Elizabeth. This is a big one, I mean a doozy. Dookie, Hausa, you see, like Bowser. Kicking it with the shine-on, the t-shirt and the trousers. Hausa, family ties. I'm blessed with the gift, open it up. Surprise, Big Mac filet of fish, quarter pound of french fries. Icy milk, big shake, Sundays and apple pies. And a cup? Nah, that's enough of that. I'm like an Indian giver. Yo, give me that back. Cover to give bring back selector. We beat the thoroughbred, so you to head. Play the trifecta, common infector. Smoke MC, heads up. You better duck, cause what the fuck is me?
Now what's your name?
Common, cover to give, common.
Now what you doing?
Common,
how was she?
Check it out. Common is coming soon to a theater to you, to the UAC crew. Enough respect to I do, when I do, where I do, do. Yo, I do it on the east.
Yeah,
on the east.
Check it out.
On the east.
How?
On the east.
Here we go.
On the east.
Yeah.
On the east.
Check it out.
On the east.
How you kicking it?
I be kicking it with the dope rhymer. I'm tipping it with the rhyme like Slimer.
Who you gonna call?
Ghostbuster. I'm P.D. Weesto.
What up, P.D.?
And I'm just a hustler. I tried to scheme for a sec, but the record got wrecked. Trying to write a back check, so I checked myself before self got fucked. Wow. Trying to live how I had to fluctuate to a state and matriculate. Yo, I had to elevate. You can tell it's great because I'm straight.
In my opinion, a great album, man.
Yeah.
That was a really good album.
Yeah.
Yeah, Soul by the Pound, Take It Easy.
And I see Lynn asked the question, but is this hip hop when he was talking about Arrested Development? I definitely think so.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Definitely.
Not even a question.
If anything, he was kind of embracing the singing kind of version of rhyming. He was kind of singing and rhyming, early on when people weren't really doing that as much. So I could see how somebody's like, oh, that's kind of like he's a singer, but nah, he was an MC. He was MCing. I like Knucklehead Common Sense.
That's real talk. He definitely was. He would say so himself back then. Yeah. Between the drinking, bar fights, or just acting up, like he definitely evolved as an MC, as an artist, as a man throughout his career. And I think we definitely was privy to see that throughout his music and his imagery, his videos, his everything, his career. Yeah.
And good question, Lynn. Thanks for the question. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. So this next joint, this is just 92 still. Cool Key, Papa Large. Cool Keith is on some other shit.
Do my physical fitness. Your head's and so your brains are missed this. Pick 'em up, eat 'em up, pick 'em up, eat 'em up, pick 'em up, picklehead, pick 'em up, Piggy. I roll with clouds and I come real sticky. Gripping the mic, I plug it up in your ears, poison brood. I'm coming out like beers, like Rango. Miller quarts and buzz. I'ma eat 'em with popcorn and treat 'em like such, you duds. Coming out the wick, whack, wiki, pick up a whack, black jack, that's a fact. Right in the sack behind funk rhyming master, blaster, kicking up in a brainstorm, rap storm, rap form, rap time, rap rhyme, rap class. I'm here to fail and pass to continue. Furthermore, the hype tip, I roll and rock and roll, jazz and pop, rhythm and blues, dance and fusion, brain confusion. Look at the lights, what a night on the town. Ooh. I'm Papa Large, big shot on the East Coast. I'm Papa Large, big shot on the East Coast. I'm Papa Large, big shot on the East Coast.
I gotta ask y'all how y'all felt about Kool Keith back in the day, because and just Ultramagnetic in general. I thought they were part of the pioneer process of hip hop. Really dope production. Kool Keith was killing it on the mic. Honestly, like some people may not put him in the regards of like taking him serious as an artist because of the silly Dr. Octagon, which I love, by the way. I love that quirky, weird hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, we've always had that from Bismarck. Later on, Eminem adopted that style. So it was all good with me, but I definitely would put them as the elite. Ultramagnetic, Kool Keith.
I'm going to be honest with you. I was never into Ultramagnetic.
Really?
I was never into them. This is probably the song that I know most of Kool Keith or Ultramagnetic. I mean, the old stuff, of course, I know the original joints from when they first came out.
Magnetic,
right.
Yeah.
But I did not like to hear Said G rapping.
Okay.
I didn't get it. So I just wasn't into them necessarily.
Okay.
But I felt like everybody else was. I just somehow missed the boat on them somehow. You know? But
like we said last week,
it's a classic group.
Yeah, like we said last week, it's not everything's not for everyone. So
yeah, you know. So okay, so this next joint right here, we're gonna go to someone's verse in the song. Kool Keith, one of the best. See, Alex thinks he's one of the best. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't knock nobody for saying that because again, it's hip hop.
Right.
But
Sabrina, how did you feel about Ultra? Oh, well, that was a little before your time, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ultramagnetic MCs, Kool Keith, was that a little before your time?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Not one of my favorite personally. So
yeah.
Okay.
I can't discuss that much on Kool Keith, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Len, you too? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you know, but to each his own. So this joint right here, though.
Back to the grill again. The grill again. The man with the plan. Back to the grill again. The grill again.
Jumps and breaks it out, he thinks, then he re-aged the band, he mixed the verse, fixed the search, kick him in the grill again, part 2. Sequel of the dialect, the derelict, the murder, let's vanilla, kick to the climb on the crucifix, coming around the mountain when he comes to several record bumps. Digest the lyrics, then you suck on some crumbs. Crumbs with the energy from the lump sons. The lecture to the mixture to the friction in your hand. Man, the door rings, yo, I'm coming to a theater near you. Get your pumpkin and your fruit and the Guinness out. Check the clock when I'm about, cause you are a blabber mouth, a blabber. It gets no better. Lyrics on the diet cause it gets no fatter. Like a Gwen to the Guthrie. Jump to the bone to see what the search is with the verses. Word up the illustrious. Rapper, napper, snapper fish. You want us to sell out your wish. My lips will never touch the circumference of a split. And if you see some coke or some still with some ill pill, yo, kick me in the grill.
Back to the grill again. The grill again. Back to the grill again. The grill again.
We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going because we got more with this dude right here. Actually, here we go with.
Look at the size of his chest. And nevertheless, I dumped it upon the ET list. And then I phoned my home before the little kitten throws a stone. The holder of the rock, 1, 2, and you don't stop. Rhythm to the dism while the ism forms a prism. Suck the dism, stand like ism, dimension, prism, and ism. The one, he says he's the one, the only one. Take the 2, subtract the 1, and he's handsome, is it? Strong, big, and sturdy. Watch the birdie. I'm nerdy. On the IQ set, caught enough wreck. The Grim Reaper with the Charlie Brown's damn teacher. Damn, I crammed to understand the plan, man. I mean, I've been hitting the books for a long time now, real long time now. Look at the forward brow. Drink, swim faster, delete the child. For a strong sequel, word up to the people. The people, you mean power to the fuck. Eastwood Clip plays Miss before the Buddha. He's buzzing, coming at ya. And you know we had to watch ya. I put some lyrics while I kick it and you hear it. even Helen Keller. Word up, Ted, hear it from the rustler, lyrical hustler. The fat lady sang, I crushed her. Word up, the chubster, no. Yabba, yabba, no.
All right.
I've been on record as saying he's definitely another one of my favorites, man. I don't know if it was like a big man's thing with the MCs with Heavy D, Chub Rock, but a lot of these dudes just happen to be some of my favorites, man.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, most of the big guys that came into hip hop made a real statement in the game. Even later on, you got dudes like Action Bronson, who now has lost a lot of weight, but you know what I'm saying? Like the big dudes, when they come in the game rapping, they really got to spit, you know?
I was about to say, I don't know if they feel like they just had to show improve or just naturally were charismatic and just fun-loving dudes, but just talented and lyrically sharp with their skills. Because I would put Chubb against some of the most elite, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's a little of both.
Yeah.
Now you have that Yabba Dabba Doo beat, but then you had this group use that same beat actually for a song off their debut album. This is called Skins, featuring Grand Poobah. Okay, this is P Rock and CL Smooth Boys. You might as well keep going with them. I mean, Jesus Christmas. This is let's go.
I can rock the scene now.
Keep going. Here we go. This is my joint.
Yeah.
So funky, like a street junkie. Like I said before, here we go. Come on. For Pete's sake, I break an update. Wait, I radiate a dub plate and navigate the tunes I make. I fit like a slipper, so catch the big dipper. Vital signs are quicker, not the flatline picture. The Showtime original, official with the smooth criminal. I hit the cliches or the subliminal. With the soul technician to fill the prescription. In addition, listen close to the mission. The PETEROCK resume with the root to group by Fabergé. No doubt we shot about a 20-bar segment. Offspring of lyrics when the microphone's pregnant. Give it a rough down, now here's the sermon. Everywhere you go, you hear Mecca from the Vernon. Pound for pound, uptown, I get down and bound to spin the record like a merry-go-round. The klepto flow that I touch is not a preemie. And who would ever see me when I dream a genie? I don't think so. Peace, I gotta go and shake like an earthquake, cousin, for Pete's sake. For Pete's sake.
This is all
Wow.
This is all 92. With that
You
album.
know, I would frame the whole album in my apartment for real. Beach Rock, I love you, man.
So I could see, Sabrina, I could see that at the end of this we're gonna have to ask you at the end of this episode what were your favorites, because I feel like as each certain albums come up, you're like, wait a minute, that album and that album. I want to know from both of y'all by the end of this episode, what is your top three?
tough,
albums
man.
of this year.
Oh my god.
Okay, that's something to think about between now and when the show ends. I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be in order, but I want to know what your top 3 is by the end of the episode.
Of 92 in general, or played on this show, recognized on this show?
I think in general, no.
Yeah, in general. Yes,
In
definitely.
general, okay.
In general, of 90,
Oh my God.
92.
Yeah,
92.
yo.
I know the first 2, but the third one.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Wow.
Okay, so and also the people in the chats, we want to know what were y'all favorite albums of 92 as well. Okay, so let's get your top 3 as well, either during the episode or maybe towards the end. So this also happened in 92. There was this other craze. Remember, we were talking about variety, gangster rap. You got Arrested Development with Tennessee. You have all these things happening. But then you also had a craze beginning that was the booty craze.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to play this entire song, but Baby Got Back came out in 92. Okay.
In your face, you get sprung. Wanna pull up front, cause you notice that butt was stuck.
Come on, Vic. Come on.
She's wearing. I'm hooked and I
Come on, Vic. You know this song.
I wanna get whipped up and take your picture. My homeboys try.
But that came out. And then this also came out the same year as well. There was an explosion, I'm telling you, of the booties. You went from Baby Got Back to Rump Shit.
All I wanna do is on my zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. All I wanna do is on my zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. All I wanna do is on my zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. All I wanna do is on my zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Check, baby, 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, baby, 1, 2, 3. Check, baby, 1, 2. Check, baby, 1.
It's cool, one shaker. The beats is like sweeter than candy. I'm feeling manly and your shaker's coming in handy. Sliding my clothes from New York down by your Virginia. Tickling you around Delaware before I enter. To seduction from face hips to...
This might be the only rap song that ever referenced Delaware. Delaware is the ashy elbow of the country. If you ever been there, you know it's ashy. That's the only thing I can say about it. Delaware is ashy. Shout out to anybody that's tuning in from Delaware, by the way. You live in an ashy state. And this, and this is the only song that referenced you. So shout out to Rump Shaker for referencing some ashy ass Delaware.
The feet, a wiggle and a tickle can make the night complete. That's it, you got the body of the year. Come and get the award. Here's a hint, it's like a long sharp sword. Flip tails and let me see you shake it up like dice. The way you shake it up is turning mighty men to mice. But A plus got a surprise, that's a backbreaker. Now let me see you shake it up like a rump shaker.
All I wanna do is on my zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Just shake your body. All I wanna do is on my zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Just shake your body. All I wanna do is on my zoom, 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 and a boom, boom.
I think my favorite part's coming up when Teddy get ready to come in.
Check, baby, 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, baby, 1, 2, 3.
He did the iggity.
Baby, 1, 2. Check, baby, 1.
There's the iggity. There it is again. Now we know Ted was biting. We know that. He wasn't, he didn't originate the iggity. He just jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah, I gotta say, I do believe that album was. I felt like the album was dope though, and I do feel like, I do feel like A plus from that group, Rex and Effect, is very underrated, very underrated.
Mm-hmm.
Tretch even said so. Yeah, like at that time in the height of his career, I believe. Like, yo, A plus is nasty.
I agree. And here's a little known fact for some people that don't know: Rump Shaker was co-produced also by an 18-year-old Pharrell.
Ah,
okay,
that's right. Yes,
so
I did hear that.
He worked with Teddy Riley on this track. He was a protege of Teddy Riley's, and this was his first plaque at 18 years old.
It's crazy.
Just saying. Before he found his sound and not all that, but still, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the icing on the cake for the whole rise of the booty era. This came out in 92 as well. This is about.
Let me see you pop them things, shake them, do the brand.
shit.
Yo, I can't breathe. Yo.
There is a dance version of this, right? I can picture you dancing on this. I love that.
Yo, I
just
couldn't
put some
breathe.
water on my
I
face.
literally could not breathe, man. Oh my God.
Let's not ever play that song again on Super MC. Because I'm breathing too heavy. I'm 45 years old, y'all. I can't Doodoo Brown no more. That's my last. That's my last Doodoo Brown.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yo, y'all had me rolling. I could not breathe. Between the two of y'all, I couldn't breathe, man. Oh my God. That song always made me laugh for some reason, man. And when they featured it in House Party 3 too, with the dude that came out, yo, I couldn't. Every time it just added the imagery that I didn't need to see in my head, man. I didn't.
That was that booty. Yo, these songs, all of a sudden, booty was a topic in hip hop. That wasn't a topic as much before. I mean, you had EU doing the butt,
right?
A couple of things before that, but these were 3 hits in 1 year. And Lynn, Alex, y'all are both right. When this hit the club, you think I was balling. You should have seen the chicks.
Oh yeah.
Doodoo Brown has been retired. Yeah. Lynn, yeah. We can't do that no more. Okay. So moving on to some hip hop. That is that. This also a variety 90s.
Yeah. There's just one thing I wanna say. The really real, yo. There's just one thing I wanna say. Copy. There's just one thing I wanna say. We gonna hit it down like this, y'all know the flavor. There's just one thing I wanna say. Alamo, is you with me? What goes around comes back around again. Stud Doogie, is you with me? What goes around comes back around again. SOS, is you with me? What goes around comes back around again. Yeah, this how we gonna bust it down, y'all. Y'all know the flavor. You know what time is it? Check it, yo. This how we flow. Here comes the boober, and you know I won't fake it. Usually bust records on getting butt naked. Made for the Benzie. Drive a nigga skinzy, pump the tape, grab your naked with the pool bar frenzy. Come on, honey, thing, don't you try to eject slow downs. What you say once my joint gets erect? Some try to copy, but they just can't sketch it. Some try to follow, but they just can't catch it. With the boom, boom, tap, yeah, all of that. Look, I'm living fat, me fall off, there be none of that. See who's the one to flip it. Quick to tell a nigga to zip it, so drink the 40, cause we ain't got time to sip it. Grand Pooh, got body. Kick some of them, some of those, and some yachty. As dope as they come, sucker sing or hum. Don't try to step to this, you know you should have slum. First batter up, but here's the pitch, it's a curve. Second batter up because the first got served. The one who arouses.
And that was a hit right there. That was him also bringing in an era of style and fashion, because he was the one that was huge with the rugby,
the polos,
and the polos. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, everybody wanted to get the rugby joints and the Tommy Hill figures more than ever.
The lifesaver flavor polo shirts, man.
Come on, man. And I don't know if that's when the low life started. You know, that whole low life with the polo heads that always just rock nothing but polo. Shout out to Thurston Howe III and all the other low heads.
Yes.
But yeah, he was big with that, with Tommy Hill and with the Jabos.
Yes.
Jeans. Anyway.
Yo, I gotta say it real quick,
yes,
man.
Please.
John, good looks. No shame in my game, as Guru and Premier and Gangstars once said. I stand corrected. My brother John called me up earlier and corrected me. We played it last week on Super MC. This song did not drop in 94. It dropped in 92. But as I said earlier, like with this hip hop at this time, the joints kept flowing. And I remembered it came out in the early 90s.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did not come out in 94. It was 92.
92.
And it was just it was a classic nonetheless.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Thank you, John. Thank you for that correction.
Nah, it's all good.
Appreciate
I had it messed up as well.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh,
Shout out to Grand Pooba.
Now, there's another joint off this album that I had to play that to me, this song brought him back to his brand Nubian roots. Because this album was a lot of the 360s, like what goes around comes around. It was
Right.
just fun rap. But then he went to this song, Soul Controller.
Yeah. I'd like to say peace to all the gods on earth and people of the universe. Peace and love. Just want to let you know the black man's first. Original man. We're going to drop a little something like this, you know what I'm saying, on how we feel on the real. Check it, yo. What tells you when to work? The devil. What tells you when you get a day off? The devil. Well, who gives you your pay? Damn devil. And who takes it away? The devil. You mean to tell me that we're still not a slave in the land of the free, in the home of the brave? Knowledge, cipher, divided by power equals wisdom, but you know we have to stop with knowledge first. Divine evils will disperse and the hearse situation that we in. Some people saying that we're cursed. The lack of the knowledge of ourselves makes it worse. Science that we drop makes the average head burst. So do the knowledge on the very next verse. I heard a brother say, I wash your clothes, I cook your food, I'll pay your rent. Now is that how the story went? Radically no. Sing that weak wisdom knowledge shit. Haji God is here to cancel it. So just...
Wow.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. But what about this? I know y'all remember this. This was 92 as well. This little boy had me be like, we was like, what? Huh? Who? I thought this was Drez's brother, by the way, when this first came out.
I thought the same thing.
Everyone thought that Chi Ali was Drez's little brother. And they ain't say he wasn't for a minute. They just let it roll.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather talk to a woman because I'm honest so steady. So here we go. Girls look so good, but the brain is not ready. I don't know. I'd rather talk to a woman because I'm honest so steady. So here we go.
Little girlie, listen to me. Stop giggling and kissing to me. Try to refrain from playing the childish games. And from your notebooks, please erase my name. Kill the love letters, cause you're living lame. I'm making records, my head didn't go as well. Chi-Ali is just too advanced for show and tell. Don't get offended, there's no need for insecurity. Age is but a number, it's all about maturity. So don't think I'm dissing, I'm educating. Until I think you're ready, I'm waiting. But now I'll read you like a book, I must
He was too smooth for his own good.
And you're not even 12. What's your rush? You don't need to debate. Honey, save yourself a cheat and I'll be worth that weight. 2 or 3 years, don't be pressured by your peers. Surrender and you better be prepared to shed tears. Remember, Mom, and the things you learned about. Cause I don't need a girl who's 14, I'm burnt out.
Damn.
Take my advice, think twice. In order to be with Chi-Ali, you have to pay the price of being older, mature. A woman I'll endure. And if you try to diss me, I'll play you for sure. In 4 or 5 years or more, but for now, remember that the
girls look so good, but their brain is not ready. I don't know. I'd rather talk to a woman.
Oh yeah, this is the fabulous Chi-Ali coming at you.
Sorry. More Chi-Ali. Sorry.
Get a taste of the lemon, limer, rhymer, I'm the Mac, a fracker, lacquer, ripping tracks like a tractor, rap reactor with more than a bionic man. I'm blowing up as if I was atomic. No go through my caps when I rap, so when I'm starting, cause you know and I know ain't no future in frontin' or faking when you're funkin'. Flunky, yo, flunk it, bring me along, cause you're on like Jim Plunkett. I get top up, chunk, chill, I'm greater. I drop more flavor than the sun on the equator, and I squeeze the lemon or this water flowing verse. So run and get your cup, cause I know your thirst.
That's an old reference right there. Jim Plunkett. Wow. Jesus. Oof, boy. So I'm going to stop playing around with y'all. This is what y'all been waiting to hear. I know y'all keep playing. Okay. This is it.
Just clap your hands to the beat vibe. Just clap your hands to the beat vibe. Just clap your hands to the beat vibe.
Shout out to Sabrina.
The giant is greater, so step back. I know you're a toe black about the soul clap. And I'ma keep climbing G with beats that's fat. Cause that's showbiz and Diamond D. Don't believe all they hear say. Cause I'ma get the airplay while a fan say Yeah, Dre. And I'm on a lyrical tip. For you to whip the giant, that'll be a miracle whip. So everybody crowd around and let's all get down to the soul clap sound. So pump your fists, here we go. Showbiz and AG, so act like you know. A combination of the new and the old rap. Me, Showbiz and Diamond D, yeah, we got the soul clap.
Out your hands, just speak God. Just out your hands, just speak God. Just out your hands, just speak God. Just out your hands, just speak
Hey, yo, can I get a soul clap? Come on. Can I get a soul clap? Come on. I said, can I get a soul clap? Come on. Can I get a soul clap? Come on, come on. I love hip hop. Not rock and roll. Yeah, I'm a giant and I got lots of soul. I've been a giant since I was a kid. They always thought I was big from the damage that I did. I roll on rappers like a DT. And don't worry, yo, because the brothers can't see me. Light skin, curly hair, I keep dwelling. I don't care about my hair. My records are selling. AG, my right hand man is KG. Carry dope, you know. Wally Well is my little bro. Infinite, he's in effect. Big tires, snapping necks. Better yet, he's packing text. Yeah, they sleep. They can't quite tell. They know that I'm short, because they know that I fight well. Those who diss me, that's okay, because my jam is gonna slam and I don't care what you say. A giant in a mental, yeah, you know that. And I'm hitting with this new one and it's called a soul clap.
Out your hands, just speak God. Just out your hands, just speak God. Just out your hands, just speak God. Just out your hands.
Hey yo, can I get a soul clap? Come on. Can I get a soul clap? Come on. I said, can I get a soul clap? Come on. Can I get a soul clap? Come on. Come
I like my pockets fat, not flat. 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 So get back. I like my pockets fat, not flat. So get back. I like my pockets fat, not flat. So get back. I like my pockets fat, not flat. So get back.
My pockets stay fat, and they always like that. Not only in my pocket, in my bank, there's stacks and stacks of dope. Cause I move slow, I get my cash flow, and then I go. And brothers don't know, I'm on a down low. Some get mad cause they can't understand that I'm 23 years old. I'm in command, I'm down with DITC. That's digging in the crates, and my partner AG, we always keep crazy pace. I'm staying fat cause what comes around goes around. I always look out and help a brother when he's down. And out like a Boy Scout, brothers always shout. You're looking out, show. Yeah, without a doubt. But don't try to take advantage. I just leave you alone instead of putting that ass in bandage. Signing off for show BIZ. And next up is AG like his pockets FAT.
I like my pockets fat, not flat. I like my pockets fat, not flat. I like my pockets fat, not flat.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Oh my God.
Okay. So
that's another producer we have to add to that producer list is Showbiz. Showbiz just does not get enough credit. Moment of silence indeed.
Because Soul Clap is ridiculous. Fat Pockets, I love that too. I love the other version, but I love the original even more. It's just soulful and groovy.
Yeah, man.
But the whole album, Still Digging, is one of my favorite as well.
Ooh.
You know?
Ooh.
Sabrina, what did you love about that album?
Wow. That's
sorry. What?
What did you love about that album?
Oh, but everything, the predictions and you know the way the flow, you know the way they how do you say in English? I'm just searching, but the way they're rapping and the beats, you know, it's
delivery.
It went well together.
Kind of shit. It's my kind of shit, really. You know, DYTC forever. I just saying, but
yeah,
it's real thing.
Yes. What was there not to love about the album? It's true.
Yeah. 40 Acres in My Props was my joint off of there.
Oh man. Oh my God.
That right there, like that the album period is crazy.
Yo, bounce to this.
That too.
Show tell me who got the props. AG got props. Tell me who got the props. Giving our props for 92. It's
me and showbiz, and this is what we gonna do. Give you something now.
It's so. This is such a beautiful beat. It just zones me out.
Record labels trying to juice me. For what? For my papers. They offer me a mule. And what else? For 40 acres. I'm busting sticks now. There's no time to cast the papers, and I'm not a pup. From what? I'm up in caper. And all the gathered groupies get free with the quickness. The show concentrate and only think about business. I hate to sell out because they put me in a rage. I play KRS and throw that ass off the stage. So give me my props because I always think clever. And ain't nothing changed but the weather. Get your act together, cause I got mines together. And please don't front on the brother with the belly leather. I'm show B.I.Z. My partner is A.G. Chill with Dragon, I see E. Or my brother D.R.E.S. And what's up to Lord Finesse? And I like to give shouts to my peep, Shorty and West. People say I'm soup, crazy cash I recruit. Nowadays I just troop in my green legend coupe.
Record companies try to juice me for my papers. They offer me a mule and about 40 acres. They tried to gain me for my royalties. Push me towards the dotted line, but you know I didn't sign. Labels know straight up when we meet. Interfere with my career, then it's back to the streets. Bang, bang, or the pow, pow. I settle the beef the best way I know how. Release a savage beast if I'm not taking care. Rap is my career and it's my only way out of here. Every chance I do damage, and I manage to use all the anger to my advantage. All that is cool, but the brain is the tool. Give me my props so we all can rule. Don't show all my skills, I just sprinkle them. And now you're sleeping on my props, wake up before you wrinkle them.
Give me my props, yo, more than a cop, yo. Till I master hip-hop, I won't stop, yo. Give me my props, yo, more than a cop, yo. Till I master hip-hop, I won't stop, yo. Give me my props, yo, more than a cop, yo. Till I master hip-hop, I won't stop, yo. Give me my props, yo, more than a cop, yo. Till I master hip-hop, I won't stop. They say BMW's a black man wish. I wish for an SP 1200 and some discs.
He said they say BMW's a black man's wish. I wish for a SP 1200 and some discs. So he's like, they say that we want these BMWs. He even gave it an acronym, Black Man's Wish. But he's like, nah, I want my drum machine and my discs. I want to make beats.
Negativity delete, material is cease. Saying peace to the brothers in the belly of the beast. People saying why show wanna rhyme. I didn't wanna get bagged and do fed time. I wanna live right in the Zach. I don't wanna be the fat cat off the crack and have the feds down my back.
Okay. I'm gonna stop there with that. Okay.
Rick is back. Tell us it.
Yo. Throwing in the towel. That's exactly y'all got the walk off. That's the throwing in the towel. That means I'm done. That's it. No more said. No more need to be said. That's just,
okay. So wait a minute. So you don't want to hear this? You don't want to hear this? Because this came out in 92.
I'm like a sniper. Rhymes will strike you when I'm rocking. Mad chicks be talking when the G starts talking. And that's because my word is born. I get much fan mail and I always respond. So tell your hun to write me too. Make sure she puts attention, Mr. Guru. Brothers know the flow is unique. I got 100 wild styles in my black valise. MCs wanna be me, so they keep asking for me to teach them methods both slow and fast. Others wanna act as if they're better, but they only got one style, which ain't all that clever. I'm cooler than wind, harder than cold steel. I get the ladies with more than just sex appeal. I'm mystic, psychic, scanning all your thoughts. I touch your soul and make your brain feel caught. When my rapture traps you and makes you mine, you'll submit to the gift and to the lyrical lines. So suckers realize that the size is too large. When I come through, I'm pulling whole cruise cars. I'll be back and correcting on a gangsta tip. MCs who front, I'm gonna bust your shit. Bust your shit. I wonder, do you love it enough? I'm stepping rugged and tough, never the front or to bluff. I got the fresh cut balls, brothers call me Guru the man. Yes, the one with all the J-A-Z-Z, Y-type essence, street type lessons, manifesting. The one that makes the fly ladies feel pleasant. Never forgetting that to myself I'm true. Do what you want to, but watch yourself though, dude. I don't want to hear all of that loud mouth and try to pull yours out. When nothing comes out, then you'll see why you can't compete with me. The notorious guru of the gang you see. Star stands for power like a...
Let's keep going.
Check this shit out. Check this shit out.
Brave is a knave who steps up to be slayed by the one who forgave him for his first mistakes. He best behave, or I'ma send him a wave of some shocking bolts. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's kicking a bunch of crap, so I'll be the judge of that. The boy lacks artistry, and still he tries hard to be an entertainer. Instead, he's just a waster, my time and your time. So I'll kick the pure rhymes whenever you're looking for rap that's exceptional, incredible. Straight to the G's, you better go, cause gangsters known to be prone to be masters of streetwise poetry and turntable wizardry. And it'll be a cold day in hell when you hear that the guru or premier ever fell. Suckers get sales, but they fail in the long run. The kid who went gold, yo, that was the wrong one. The spotlight tonight is all on me, cause I'm the guru of the G-A-N-G. Taking out scrubs cause they rubbed me the wrong way. And I'll say that they still got a long way to go to show they can flow like a real pro. So give me that loot and catch the boot from my steel toe.
This is a game, baby. Hold on. Vic think this is a game. Hold on. I ain't playing up in here. It's 92.
I say people, come on and check it now. You see the mic in my hand, now watch me wreck it now. What is a party if the crew ain't there? What's your name? Call me Guru, that's my man Premier. Now many attempts have been made to hold us back. Slander the name and withhold facts. But I'm the type of brother with much more game.
Shout out to Mrs. Cream.
And if I find you're to blame, you can bet you'll be exterminated, taken out, done. It doesn't matter how many, they go as easy as just one. Bust one round in the ear for this here. Cause this year, suckers are going nowhere. Cause my street style and intelligence level makes me much more than just an angry rebel. I'm gifted, unlimited, rhymes universal. MCs that ain't equipped get flipped in my circle. I'm aiming on, raining on those bitch ass chumps. Cause the rhymes don't flow and the beats don't pump. And niggas better know I paid my dues and shit. I'm about to blow the fuck up cause I refuse to quit. I'm out to get the props that are rightfully mine. Yeah, me and the crew think it's about that time. But on the DL, you know the gangsta will conquer. That's why you stare at point and others cling on to my nautica, asking for a hookup. Well, sorry, but my schedule is all booked up. Nobody put me on, I made it up the hard way. Look out for my people, but the sucker should parlay. Cause it's business, kid, this ain't no free for all. You have to wait your turn, you must await your call. So now, it is my duty to eliminate and subtract all of the booty crews. And suckers should vacate before I get irate. And I'll kick your can from here to Japan with force you can't withstand, cause I'm the motherfucking man. Right now, I got my man Little Gap from the group home. Hey, yo, step up to the mic and tell him why you're the man.
So much anger built inside, so don't stop to say hi. Motherfucker, just die. My shit holds a mouthful, so I guess you know what's up. Why punks get killed at the end of the month? Styles and styles I flip, little that remains sick. Yes, the group coming thick, so all your pumps hear this. Every time you're ripped, the more fame that we get. Motherfuckers that hard, thinking that they are God. Niggas just don't understand, let me be my own man. Did everything on my own, cause every place wasn't home. Anywhere that I rest, had to dress with a vest. I guess you get the routine, but with a lot of stress. Frustration on my mind, brothers doing their time. Moms are organizing crime.
Okay. You know what? I'm migrant gangster.
What?
It's here. It's here. It's
Hold up. You know what?
Sorry, but oh my God, they're my fast forever.
That gets applause right there. That's just a round of applause. Yeah. And bombs.
And a moment of silence.
Vic needs some time. But see, the show is getting ready to end soon, so I don't have that time to give. I have to just finish going in.
Say the one for the trouble, two for the time. Oh, come on, y'all, let's rock that. All boys up, down. Pal Joe in the house. T-Square in the house.
Duck down now. Hold up. I'm just gonna. I can't.
The type of lyrical terrorism I present. Educate people at the same time raise my rent. You've been hearing me now for the past 12 semesters. When the sucker stepped up, I had to use the classic measures. I know you wanna step to me, kid, but you're thinking, kid, Chris is kinda big. Plus he rolls with a crew that don't care and drops a hit album, hit video, hit single every year. From your eye drops a tear. I don't play that shit. I play that hit. Your whole gangster image is not legit. You heard criminal minded and bit the whole shit. Now if I punch you in your face, I'll be wrong. Don't even think about battling with a song, you be gone. Your career ain't strong enough to call my bluff. You ain't rough, you ain't tough, you'll be handcuffed. With your rib cage crushed, naked in a box with multicolored tube socks. You know my name. Blastmaster KRS is thinking long range. Yeah, we ain't there. Yeah, 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 I'm in there. Like you're so impressed. You're waiting to.
You know, whenever we go into Chris, it's the kryptonite of. Okay. We're gonna breathe. I'm not gonna throw any more water on myself because I don't want my mic to short circuit. What am I gonna do here? Okay, just breathe, John. Okay. All right. I got 2 last songs. Okay.
Only 2?
Only 2. I mean, listen, it's literally time to go. Only 2. I have more. I'm just trying to take it easy because, you know, like Common. Okay.
Yeah.
So this one, here's more diversity. This came out in 92 as well. Beastie Boys. Shout out to the Beastie Boys. Jesus Christmas.
Respect.
Variety.
Respect.
So here's the last song I'm gonna play for the night. I'm not saying it's the best song of the year, but it's just I'm not even gonna talk. Just play something. Hold on, that's not it. Do I have it? Oh yeah, here we go.
Everybody ready? All right, here we go.
Nah, baby, I'm not gonna be able to do. I tried to take you serious before when you blow. You thought that you were slick, dissing me for the next man.
My wife
but when you
loves
already
it.
had a wife and ruined the plan. Now you wanna come back and act like you saw that, but I ain't ain't no how you're history. So let's keep it real, cause this ain't no mystery. You had it like the queen, living lovely and lost it. Your pops had an all-time low and you caused it. I used to treat you good, take you shopping and feed you. But now I'm doing fine, a girlfriend, I don't need you. For you to even ask me that, you must be stupid. Nah, baby, I'm not gonna be able to do. Have you do right? I'm not gonna be able to do. Have you do right? I'm not gonna be able to do. Have you do right? I'm not gonna be able to do. Have you do it? I'm not gonna be able to do. Have you do right? I'm not gonna be able to do. Have you do right? I'm not gonna be able to do. Have you do right? I'm not gonna be able to do. Have you do it? I'm not gonna be able to do. I'm on a mission and I need me a new girl. My last girlfriend and faking moves with Earl, but that was in the past and the show been done with. Besides, I know this Heidi and she's on my tip.
Yeah.
Wow.
1992.
One of my favorites.
He's from Jersey City. I think you already know that probably.
Wow.
No, you didn't know that?
I didn't know that. I think I heard something about it, but I wasn't for sure.
He's from Jersey City, and his daughter was on season 1 of that show Diddy and what's his face had a couple of years ago.
Not making the band.
No, it was Diddy and DJ Khaled. It was on Fox. It was like The Voice.
Okay,
but it was their version.
Mm-hmm.
She was on there and she made it like to like the finale. She was a rapper. Well, she is a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Was she dope?
Double X's daughter. Whatever his name is. I forgot his name, the Double X Posse. I don't know the rapper's name.
Right.
Yeah, she was dope.
Okay.
She was very dope, you know? So yeah, shout out to them. Shout out to Jersey.
Absolutely.
92.
Salute. Yeah, salute.
So let's circle back. I want to hear what's the top 3 albums. I see 383 said The Chronic. She said 3 years, 5 months, 2 days, which is Arrested Development and the Juice soundtrack.
Great selections. I can't even be mad at any of those albums. Sabrina, it's too hard for me.
I already know one of Sabrina.
That's so hard. You know, Gangstar, Danny Pearson for the first one, of course. Diamond D for the second one, for sure. And for the third one, okay, it's really hard, but I guess I want to choose Peach Rocket.
Ooh, really?
Oh, really? If I have to choose a third one, yes.
What was it? I missed that. The third one was what?
Pete
Sorry?
Rock. Go ahead.
Peach Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Move. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel you. Vic.
This is tough. This is really tough because there's a lot of great albums. I mean, The Far Side, you got the Showbiz and AG, you got the EPMD, Business Never Personal. Oh man, I made Lord Finesse, The Return of the Funky Man. I'd have to say, quite possibly, Redman, What the Album. Love that album as one of those 3. I'd have to maybe throw in there that throw in there that Gangstar Daily Operation.
Mm-hmm.
And for the third,
oh God, I'm sorry.
Damn. I may have to go with that Pete Rock and CL Smooth album, Mecca and the Soul Brother. I may have to, it's really tough, man. I
know.
It's extremely tough.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Sex and Violence, Chris, what you played, like
Yeah. I'd have to choose Gangstar. I'd choose Sex and Violence, Chris.
Dude, I'm struggling with that one too, man. It's really
and I might have to go with Showbiz and AG, perhaps, for my third. There's so many options.
Yeah, there's 2.
Yes.
And look, man, like I had to throw Red in there because this is when Red came on the scene. Like it would be almost criminal not to add that album because that just shifted hip hop. And then you had The Chronic too. But I mean, like I said, when Redman came on the scene, hip hop just shifted.
Yeah,
it really shifted. Like there was nothing like I had seen before Redman.
Yeah,
like Redman was just. Yeah, he was just out of this world. Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw that promo he did where he was rapping the lyrics to Hardcore.
Oh my God.
On the EPMD album. And then he like knocked the cameraman out. I was like, who is this?
This is I'm saying, and he
And then he was from
influenced.
Newark.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Then I heard he was from Newark, and I was like, okay. And then I remember seeing him, and this is still during his first album. He was in the Scenario video, killing a piece of chicken, killing it.
Yes.
And I was like, I love this dude.
With the afro.
Yeah. I said, I love this dude. Okay. I mean, I already knew who he was then, but I little did I know that he was going to start dropping, There Is a Dark Side and Muddy Waters and all those albums and be who he became. But yeah, nah. It's a lot of, I mean, come on, because
too many, dude.
It's really the Ice Cube album. It's
the Predator. Oh my God.
Predator. It's Eric B and Rakim. Don't Sweat the Technique.
That album.
Come on, Diamond.
Hey, let's not front. That House of Pain album was crazy too. That's when Muggs first came on the scene too.
You're right, actually.
Crazy album. Crazy.
That's another one. That's another one. You mentioned the Common album. That was really dope. Pete Rock and CL Smooth. We got Luke. I Want to Rock. I almost hit play, but I dare not because I don't have any more water to throw on myself. So anyway, we're gonna end for the nights. We're gonna drop a bomb for the fact that I don't have any more water to throw on myself, so we won't play Luke again tonight because.
Oh, real quick, John, too. I wanted this. I mean, that Lord Finesse. I did say that Lord Finesse returned to the Funky Man album, but thinking about, I thought of this earlier when you played one of Pete Rock and CL Smooth's album too, where they sampled Biz. I'm sure the hip hop world has been watching and listening. I want to send a shout out and a heartfelt prayer, speedy recovery to Biz Markie, who I heard had a stroke while he was in a coma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that really hit me this week. And
yes, I was wondering how he was doing.
Yeah,
people just don't know, and even his loved ones. So it's just you're just wondering how he's feeling, how he's doing, and I hope he's doing well and better. Really,
me too.
Yeah,
all of us at Super MC definitely send our our prayers and vibes to him and his recovery. Hopefully he does recover, and his fans, and hopefully we can all just send positive energy his way. We love you, Biz. Word up.
Love you, Biz.
For real. Yeah.
So any last things that y'all want to say before we go? I'm spent, to be honest with you. I'm just like, let's go. I'm done. There was so much good music tonight. My God.
I have a feeling Sabrina could have kept going. Like, she was like, that's it?
Especially if it was Gangstar.
Yeah, I could do at the end of the night if you want. Right. But you have
come on.
And then, okay, for hours. Let's go, guys.
We're going to bed. She's like, what are you talking about? Yeah, nah. Which, by the way, we want everyone that's tuned in to know that we are doing a New Year's Eve special house party version. And we are so glad to have we'll have Sabrina and Smoke together, all the four of us for the first time. And I got to shout out and salute to Sabrina, because for her to join us for New Year's Eve, we're going on from 10 to 12:30. For her in France, that's 4 to 6:30 in the morning.
It's crazy.
And she's like, come on, let's go. I didn't ask that of her. She was just like, come on, I'm with it.
We love Sabrina, man.
That's
love
what
Sabrina.
That's hip
I'm
hop.
so happy to be a part of this show. So,
And we're happy to have you as a part of the show too.
Indeed.
It means a lot, We all grow and we learn together, This is it's a community, and I love that. And so just so y'all know, twice a month we have Sabrina on the show, and also twice a month, or maybe 3 times a month, Smoke is on the show. It's all depending on everybody's availability, you know what I'm saying? But it's
love you, Smoke.
Yeah. Shout out to Smoke. We got nothing but love for you, sis. Sabrina, you are amazing.
You guys too.
We appreciate you so much. So anyway, all right. So we're gonna end for the night. Everybody on YouTube, subscribe to the channel so you can catch this every week. Okay, don't just come on here when Sabrina's on here because you think she's cute or something. You need to come on here when we're here too. And that goes for A Boogie. I don't know where A Boogie is at, but I know A Boogie be showing up in Sabrina's posts, and he be showing up when she here, but he don't show up otherwise. I'm gonna stop calling him A Boogie. I'm gonna have to just call him David.
Okay, I'm gonna say David, where are you?
Yeah, where are you, David? Where are you? Or wait, was A Boogie? No, A Boogie was Alexander. Yeah,
Alex. Yeah.
Yes,
okay, that's right.
in fact, it's David.
Yeah, but both of right. Everybody from France need to be here every week. You know what I'm saying? But now we appreciate those that can make it because we know that it's a time difference, and some of y'all got to go to bed. We get it, but we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Do you guys have any last shout outs before we go for the night?
Sabrina?
Sorry?
Do you have any shout outs at all before we
last words? Oh, last words. Just thank you for the elders in this hip hop culture. Just saying, because this is really important to celebrate it. And if we don't do it, no one gonna do it. So let's celebrate the greatest and let's exchange on the hip hop culture. That's what is important, and that's what I love to be part of this show. So thank you so much, guys, and love you all for this.
Applause for her. Roses, please. Throw roses at her, everybody. Cyber roses. We throwing roses at Sabrina. We appreciate her so much. Word up. Word up. Victor.
Just to add on to that, I got to agree with Sabrina. We definitely have to salute, acknowledge, and appreciate our elders, our seniors in hip hop. I think it's really, really corny and a disservice to deny the greatness. It's not about the age, it's about the talent, the legacy that you leave in this culture of hip hop. So salute to each and every person who's paved the way for people like myself, for John, for Sabrina as a DJ. Yeah, shout out to y'all. Shout out to the early 90s, the golden era. And yeah, shout out to everyone who tuned in tonight. Please check me out on my IG and Facebook pages, Vic Virtuous and Victory is Ours. The podcast page. Would love to get more subscribes, more people to just enjoy. Yeah, to enjoy what I have on my platform. It's incredible. You need to check it out. And shout out to our host, John Pelham, his wife, Mikkel. Good looks on everything that y'all do. We love you. Please continue.
Thank you. Appreciate that. More applause. Jesus Christmas. Okay, see, Vic is being all nice. So now I got to end with another song that I kind of forgot to play. I think Vic might like this. This is 92. We're going to go out with this song. I'm saying peace, y'all. Y'all enjoy your weekend.
You blind, baby.
Have fun, diddly dee.
You're blind, baby. You're blind from the facts.
It comes what comes, another humdrum, diddy dumb drum. Some young bum got stumped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bodies are heavy hits. Couple with bags of tricks and pretty chicks. In control of my whole stroll. No, I got no soul. My brother got bold, but he dug a hole. Instead of a victory, he got evicted. Me, I'm not pressed. I'm on a peaceful journey. Lock like a bad lock. Gotta make your head bob. Not Fred Flintstone. Wanna make your bed rock to a rhythm. Tell us what I give them. I'm really sick and tired of the ism and schism. Check microphone, check it out. Heaven's got the huns and the brothers love to talk about. Tease me, what tease me, what do or not please me. Rubber dub dub, it ain't easy. Flex if you're flexing, sex if you're sexing. Things are going on in the heavy D section. Microphone check 1, microphone check 2, 3. You can't see what I can see. You can't see what I can see.
You're blind, baby. You're blind from the facts. You're blind.
You can't see what I can see.
You're blind, baby. You're blind from the facts.
Peace, y'all. Don't be blind by the facts.